It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know...
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Oh, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
It's happening. We started.
What a professional.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to number 91 of Another One podcast with me, Simon Wozniak, and Rob Thomas. And to my left, hat-trick performance, Kay Nicholson.
No, just a second.
Second performance.
You including the Patreon?
And including whatever the fuck I like. And
3 on 3.
Finally, it's Steve Harris on his hat-trick performance.
Hello.
There you go.
Hiya.
And that's me done for the episode. Over to you, Rob. We've come as killer whales, by the way, just in case you hadn't noticed. Yeah,
we're the same outfit, aren't we?
Yeah, you're feeding us by the looks of it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You're going to feed the killer whales.
We've accidentally all came as
You look like you're
going to throw us fish.
I'm like a parrotfish.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your favourite animal, Steve?
My favourite animal?
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
And then next, because they're just really clever, aren't they?
Right.
Get that into your gob.
And do you know the difference between, like, because you know they're closer to us than monkeys are in their brain?
So, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, because you know why that is?
Go on.
It's because it's called an EQ, which is the same as an IQ, but it's the brain size, which is the encephalization quotient, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on the size of the brain to the size of the body. This is why, like, your blue whale has got the one the size of a fucking Volkswagen car, but it's still
Probably got the same dicks as them as well.
But they're massive, 14 foot. 14 foot.
It's the only thing I've got in common with the blue whale, mate. 14 foot knob. And it stinks of fish.
Oh my God.
Man.
Jesus Christ.
That's a ruin, didn't you?
Come on. Anyway, so you've got us in the encephalization quotient, whereas it's a massive brain, and then right next to us.
So is ours big for the body?
Yeah. That's we're top of the tree, and then right next to us is dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Generally the bottlenose dolphin, and then right over there, fucking miles away, are chimps.
Right.
So even though they kind of look like us, dolphins basically, they've got massive language and they can like history. They can talk about historical things. They can share information from the past and all that bollocks.
Well, didn't he say our brain grew when we started cooking food?
When we started farming money, it was because this is why we're fat. This is why one of life's butterballs, me and you, right? Is because when back genetically there was 2 types. There was farmers, right?
Yeah.
And there was hunter-gatherers, right?
Yeah.
So generally farmers only had about 4 different types of food, right? So they was quite sickly, the farmer type people. They were poor, but they ate well. They always had food, but they were a bit sickly. Whereas your hunter-gatherer fasted a lot, you know. So they would hunt like seeds and berries and nuts and whatever. Sometimes they feast and famine, right? So what happens is genetically that split. And now you're left with your farming types, right? And then you've got your feast and famine types, the hunter-gatherer types. And now if you was an hunter-gatherer, which is what we were, there's no famine.
Right, we just
fucking gorge and store.
Yeah.
Because there's no break.
Right.
So that's why we are. This is why I have to go to the gym every day for a fucking hour and a half to maintain this saggy bag of shit.
So, what is that QI thing just bullshit then, is it? The whole... Well, I always thought the big shift in mankind was when we started cooking food. And it was extra nutrients that we get from actually cooking things that made our brains grow.
I don't think that's true.
I was going to say, how's the dolphins grow?
We have to get an expert in on that.
That must be a QI thing.
Because I think when you cook stuff, you lose nutrients.
Yeah, I just let him go.
You cook stuff, you're losing nutrients.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't think you're always losing nutrients, though. There's a reason we cook foods.
I think it might be the fact that we found fire.
Yeah.
Really. That's probably what changed everything. Because without fire, you can't cook.
Yeah.
So.
Possibly. Unless we use hot rocks.
Yeah, maybe. Where are you going to get them from, though? You're not going to live near a volcano, are you?
The sun.
What do you mean?
Fucking floor's roasting off, isn't it, on holiday?
Well, so it's just basically pockets of people that live near hot rocks.
Yeah, next to a pool.
That's all we were. We're all Africa anyway, weren't we?
Yeah.
All from the Rift Valley.
Roasting there.
Fair enough.
What you've just said for the past 4 minutes, utter shite.
No, it's not. It's not. Honestly, you look at the Mexicans.
What's our DNA to a dolphin?
What?
What's our DNA to a dolphin?
Well, that's the argument. He's not saying. He's saying it depends how you look at it.
If
you look at it by EQ and by brain, we're closer to a dolphin than a chimpanzee. DNA's different.
Intelligence-wise,
right?
Yeah, they're as articulate as they've got 25,000. Apparently, they've got 25,000
languages.
Language, and all that kind of
stuff. He hasn't got 25,000 words.
Yeah, they double yours.
I've got more words than you think. I just don't let on to them.
Shut up.
Just store them.
It's like me hiding my DIY skills.
I could do that shelf, babe, but I don't want you to know I can do it.
Yeah, that's so true. Honestly.
I'm watching this thing on Netflix now, the Chimpanzee Empire.
I haven't seen it yet.
Have you?
A bit of it. I've seen a bit of it.
I've seen the first episode.
There's like one main
got bored
guy
until Pork Pie died, and then I was like, oh.
Is Pork Pie dead?
They died.
Why
First episode.
Spoilers?
Dude.
What in fuck's name is going on?
Pork Pie died.
What in
There's a show on Netflix called Chimp Empire.
Battered him, killed him.
Oh, shit.
Is it real?
Yeah, big time, man.
Yeah.
So it's like a documentary?
He filmed it over years.
Pork Pie is an alpha male.
Right.
That's kind of ruled the roost and everything. And there
Well,
was
Jackson is the alpha male.
Right. Was it Jackson? Was Pork Pie the one who was testing?
No, Abraham is testing, I think. But
Right.
Pork Pie was just some sound fella, and they just nailed him.
I thought there's no such thing as an alpha male. And
Fucking brutal chimps, aren't they?
Yeah.
They eat
Wait,
each
they
other.
killed each other?
Yeah.
It's in the Ngogo jungle. It's the biggest.
Didn't a fella
army
live there for years?
Ngogo. I'm fine with saying that. That's exactly how it is. And it's the biggest concentration of a chimp gang.
Right.
So there's usually about 50 or 60, but there's 120
Yeah,
in
it's a
this
massive
one.
community.
It's wild.
Tool
Man.
use and all that going on.
I mean, I was a bit
So
bored and I was sort of absent-mindedly scrolling through Instagram
Got a
until Pork
socket
Pie
set.
died. And when Pork Pie died,
They've all got signet
Missing
rings.
10 million as well. It's missing the 10 million. It's like, fucking hell.
Right, okay, so it's a big gang of chimps and they all kill each other in that.
well, it just looks like it's a documentary introducing it, and there's one who's like a loner, and if you have a loner in there, it's dangerous because you get nailed by another rival
It's basically
gang.
the Peaky Blinders, but with chimps.
Pretty much like
Yeah.
a series of just gangs, but chimps instead of.
And they plot as well, so they plan stuff for weeks and that, so the rival gang will just come in and go and eat
But
pork
how do
pie.
you know that? Because they don't
Well,
speak.
you shouldn't have called yourself pork pie, should you, really?
because you're watching it.
Yeah, but you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, but you're watching their actions. You can see.
The problem I had with it is they
You're on a
didn't
night
show
out.
you.
You can see a slag's being a slag.
They didn't show you the footage of
You
Pork
don't have to
Pie.
know what she's
I'm looking
saying.
in a minute.
They didn't show you the footage of Pork Pie getting done in by the other gang.
Oh, good.
I think it was
upsetting.
too upsetting.
Yeah, they put that on. They put it was
Yeah, well,
released.
Disney have got one out where it shows them ripping apart another chimpanzee
Well, how
and
do you-
eating it, scooping its eyes out. So why won't they show that?
Well, I told you I saw a bird kill another bird in my back garden. It was horrific.
Oh, you
no,
watched
come
it.
on.
For
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
watched
still,
it?
I watched it and then I was just like,
You're still
What
really
was
upset
it?
by
I-
this.
I-
aren't
I
you?
told you,
Was
didn't
it
I?
a Kezi?
It was like that, I think so. But just the
was it a
squawking
Stalin
and the
or something?
actual
Oh.
savagery
They
of
just eat it
nature.
alive, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have holes in it and it's still
Just
like
pecking its
get
eyeball
off
out.
the big hole in it.
Anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I love
watching that
watching
at the
stuff
minute.
like that.
Yeah, I kind of do.
I'm
Well,
watching
watch
that.
I
animals kill
don't
each other.
watch anything
Traumatizes
like
me a
that.
bit,
I don't watch anything like that, really. Like anything to do with animals.
Just
really.
try and give the chimp one a go on Netflix because it. I mean, I agree. Netflix is just a joke. They're scrolling through absolutely everything.
don't
Not
know.
now,
Make a
because
decision.
I've started watching Suits.
Really into Barbecue Showdown, me, but I've finished it now, so I've got nothing else.
No, it's tiresome.
Have you
scrolling
seen I
through
Think You
Netflix.
Should Leave?
What's that?
Just have a look at it.
I think I might have.
It's the most bizarre sketch show I've ever seen. Like so left
Oh,
field.
is that fella, the one fella?
It's like cross-eyed and that.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
got a bit of a boss eye.
I've seen loads
big
of
nose.
reels based on that. And is that the one where he does the drive-through? It was a funny sketch.
Yeah.
He does a drive-through and he goes, I'd like to pay for the person's meal behind me. and she goes, are you sure? He's like, yeah. And he goes, oh, and she goes, oh, what should I tell him? She goes, just tell him to pass it on. And then he speeds round and goes right behind the other car. And then orders like 700 quid worth of food and just sits there waiting.
Yeah, it's that. And there's one where he goes on like Love Island just so he can go on the zip line, and that's all he does. That's all he does. And they can't get his attention. They can't get into interviewing.
One of the best sketches I see. I can't remember what the guy was. I've told about it before on the pod probably, but there's a guy who's like he's a magician, and one of the tricks is he's got to escape this thing, or his pants will come down in front of a group of toddlers, and he'll be a registered sex offender.
And he's on
like,
a timer.
That's the jeopardy. Yeah, that's the jeopardy of it. Like he's gonna get his dick out to a load of kids if he doesn't do this trick properly. That's a funny sketch.
I wrote a sketch once where it was kind of like that, where the magician would he would masturbate, and then as he came, it would just pull up. It would flowers that came out of his penis, and he'd go, and that's magic. Like that. You can see it in front of kids and stuff like.
Oh. Has anyone been watching Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
No.
Watch it. Are you loving it?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
It's fucking belter. You need, honestly watch it. I would recommend
I've
it
heard.
to anyone.
I've heard it's good, but I can't.
It is.
I'm
Bosh, you know.
still like on Ancient Aliens and like UFO unidentified. And all that.
He's
I'm
absolutely
different
killing it, isn't he,
different
Brett
days.
Goldstein? Just low key, just absolutely murdered.
And he is tidy.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got it all.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
the actor.
and especially in that
He's
as
just
well.
comic,
No,
wasn't he?
Brett Goldstein, who
Brett Goldstein
Roy
used to be a
Kent,
comic.
innit?
I know what you mean.
Short, isn't he, though?
Yeah, but he's like dead angry and that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does that get you off? Does that get you off like an angry short man?
Just asking for a friend.
Kids.
I can turn this franchise around. Yeah.
Asking for a
Well,
friend.
An angry short man and
Angry
a
short
suit
man.
with kids. That's what you're
Yeah. Told you before, she likes it when she sees men like show love to the kids.
Oh right.
like
Okay.
like men that can like
But I
make
think
kids connect with them.
I think that's only women.
rules me and you out, mate. Get in the fucking car.
Hey,
think
you
that's
take
only
one
women who
point
haven't
off,
had
you take the
kids.
angry off.
Like
Yeah,
there you go.
The minute women have kids, they don't see it as being attractive anymore.
No, that's
they,
true.
They go like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are you getting praised
They've
for
got
that?
your gene pool. That's
Yeah.
it. You can fuck off now.
Yeah, no, Ted Lasso's great. Roy Kent is fit. Do you like football?
I've never seen a football match in my life.
What?
I don't even know. I don't know. It's bizarre, isn't it? I don't know the rules. I don't know anything about football ever. Anything.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no football in Ted Lasso, really, anyway.
Yes, there is. Well,
Okay.
there definitely is. There 100% is.
Okay.
They fight relegation, and then like they're coming back. Like, oh fuck off! It's boss. It's
I've
so
heard very
good.
good things about it,
It's
but I'm just
absolutely
not.
fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. And as an Everton fan, it's really nice to believe in a team that doesn't let you down. It's actually really. I think there is a
It's
bit
one
of
of them things,
displacement things.
You watch it, it's decent enough, and then you see clips of it back, and you go, fucking hell, that was really good. I never got onto how good it was at the time.
What do you mean? The show? Ted
Yeah.
Lasso?
It's
Oh, right.
absolutely
Yeah, okay.
fantastic.
It's got loads of key moments in that's actually really, really good that you don't appreciate at the time because it's just part of the show.
Right, I get you.
And then when you look at them single, like oh, well, that is really a brilliant piece of writing. So,
Right.
yeah.
Beautifully
Yeah,
written. Beautifully written.
Right. Okay.
So, so you've never seen? I'm sorry, I can't get over this. So you've never seen a
Hold
football
on, you
match?
never seen Chimp Empire and no one was having a go at you.
There you go. It's
I'm
'cause
not
a
having a
bloke, innit?
go.
I'll
I'm
tell you,
being.
the reason
I'm
is,
getting to know Steve.
the
That's what
reason
I'm
is,
trying
right,
to do.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I
these
was
two
raised
have never
by
met.
women. I was the only boy in the house. I was the youngest one, and it was all women. So 5 sisters, my mum, and all that kind of stuff. But dad was always
Shagged
worked
them all.
away. I'm good at rounders.
Twice.
I'm good at rounders. That's it. And I never played it, and I never followed
That's
a team.
bad.
So I didn't follow. Even though where I lived, it was Bolton, Man City, and Man U, in the, like within a 6-mile
Yeah.
radius. And so it just wasn't a thing. And I got through school. With like just like pirouetting in a goal net, like, and I didn't really ever like take to it. I got took to a derby in a pub to watch.
Yeah.
And it was Liverpool and Man U. And I ended up getting overexcited and shouting, "Kick it!" Like someone was like, "Someone down," I went, "Kick it!" And they're like, "Oh, fucking shut up, Steve!"
Come on, the lads.
Oh, he's got a ticket. He's got a
Oh,
fucking
here we
ticket.
go. Oh, it's the interval. Oh, it's the interval.
I'm telling you.
He's been ticketed.
Yeah, he has, honestly. He's got a ticket. Oh,
What?
he's got a ticket.
What was you into as a kid?
Breakdancing.
Nice.
Breakdancing, street culture, and street art.
Graffiti.
Yeah.
He was a rapper, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shit all at rapping.
Yeah, I used to be when I was young. Yeah.
But the problem is now he's got one good rap.
Yeah.
And they impresses you when you're pissed, and you see him do it to someone else, and you go,
it's rubbish. Yeah, I
like when you watch Troy York.
save it for when people make me. I've got loads of different raps and all that kind of stuff and everything, but I saved this particular one for when I was drunk, or people would have to say, "Oh, was you in a band rap? Have you got this?" Or do this like one. It's like that joke, the one joke you tell.
Yeah.
And I have this one rap thing, so people leave me alone after that.
Yeah, because remember the Christmas party when you
Don't
you
talk to me about when I get pissed.
You thought he freestyled, and then when he
I don't remember it at all.
When I done it with someone else, and you were like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, you just done that!"
Yeah.
I remember
I thought I was special.
I remember shivering in the outside the Jackery until 4 in the morning. Then you split up with your missus after that night.
Yeah. Shit, I got home at 6:30. I remember just stood in the doorway. She just opened the door. She was going to work. I was supposed to have the kids and everything. I was just freezing. Me and you. I don't left you at McDonald's at 6:30 or something.
Yeah.
I think so. I remember just stood.
So cold outside the Jack.
It was awful, wasn't it? Yeah. I was like drunk and like I don't know what I'd taken. And I was a mess for about 3 days, and then when I come down, she'd gone.
But you hadn't noticed for 3 days because you were that out of it.
I'd be like that though. If I come back from like Benidorm or somewhere, it'd take me a couple of days to notice my bird had left me.
Yeah, you did.
I just think she had a cob on.
Yeah.
That was every night, wasn't it? That.
Yeah. Wow, 7 nights a week. I don't know. I'm still here. I'll be honest.
I think that now.
So
though,
how did you get into
actually.
breakdancing? Because surely no women in the house get into breakdancing.
Well, but I was always out. So because of that, I was never in. So I didn't want to, because they'd end up scrapping. They're horrible. Fighting girls are fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like, so it's real bad scraps, and stuff. So, and they would fight each other. So I was like, no, I'm not sticking around for this anymore.
Right.
You've got no fear, women.
No. They put each other's head through windows and
And
they'd go on forever. The fights were never over.
Yeah.
They might simmer, and then suddenly somebody would kick it off again, and they were at it. So
With women as well, what's scary is that with lads, I think sometimes it just goes straight into a little scrap done. Whereas with women, it builds and builds. Because violence is the last resort once it gets to that.
lads will just punch each other out, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
where women will just fight tooth and nail and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
We fight to death.
I've got an auntie who's like a fighter, like pain in the arse, like still is on Chimp Empire.
I thought you meant like UFC.
No, just lives in Seaforth and lives like Chimp Empire. And like I remember being a kid, and you'd be like, she'd be screaming at someone, and the next thing she'd be like, "Right, come on, we're all hold on."
Yeah,
what do you mean we're all going to fight? Like, what the fuck?
That's exactly my sister Joanne dragged me round to someone's house while she went but walk into their house and then be a big fight, and I'd be stood outside going, "Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why am I involved in this?" And now, like, you're thinking, I'm going to get my head kicked in by this. And there's no bigger person. There's no like, he's 13, this lad's 18. It's just fucking, come on, we're doing this. It's like,
because she'd say, if you refuse, then she'd say, well, if you're not coming, I'll twat you. And I'm like, fucking hell. Yeah. Here we go.
Just got to pick what bear you want beaten up by.
Basically,
it's true. Yeah. But she did look after me though when growing up. Like, she was like, she really took care. Nobody came near me. She was savage, Joanne. She's great.
What's she doing now?
UFC?
Another woman.
Got less hair than you. She's called Joe now.
She's married to her best mate, Marie.
Oh, that's nice. Good for them.
They grew up together.
She's still throwing hands every now and then.
No, she's dead calm and collected now, but I don't trust her.
it's coming.
There's no, I wouldn't wrong foot her in any way.
Yeah.
It's a smack, you know.
Oh, she's still got it in her to.
Yeah.
She's
like a bit heavy now as well. You know? Sorry.
She's got big hands.
Massive flapping hands. Should have been a goalkeeper.
Jackie used to have big hands. You're like, fucking, why have you got hands like me half fella? Like, oh.
Well, anyway, as far as breakdancing was concerned, it was body popping at first.
Yeah.
So we'd all go out and do all this like in the street and everything. So it's street out. You take your like music centre around, plug it in town centre, and put your lino down. And then suddenly the spinning around came in, and then you'd sort of see some stuff on top of the pops where you'd see them doing a windmill, and you're like, what the fucking hell? Then about in 3 months you'd have it, and then suddenly this like massive culture came around surrounding rap. It was rap culture. Then it weren't called rap; it was electro. And then it became rap, and then it became hip hop. So now hip hop's the culture, and everything under that umbrella now rap. And, you know.
So did you take lessons in dancing, or did you?
No, you just watched and learned
Just
from
learn
other
from the
kids, and then you had
streets.
to be careful because he was biting. If you took a move that someone had, you called a biter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bit my
So like if
move.
he's like the same way he stole jokes in comedy.
Joke, yeah. If you nick a
steal
joke, yeah, he's stealing
steal a
jokes.
move.
But there was a name for it. He was like, he's a biter. Don't watch him.
Really?
He's a biter. Yeah, but then there was only so many moves you could do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was like,
But the Koreans took it to another level.
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Do they
mad now.
break
It's
dance
huge
Koreans?
now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the world champion. It's gone into the Olympics.
Has it?
Yeah, it's going into the.
Fuck off.
It's going into the Olympics. I'm telling you.
Breakdancing?
I sometimes get like the TikToks, the hip hop world champion TikToks.
Yeah.
And they're unbelievable, man.
Yeah, they're insane,
Unbelievable.
aren't they? Yeah. In fact, personally, I think the human race has evolved a little bit in the 40 years that it's been going on because of some of the moves that they're doing. And look, they're pretty much impossible.
Yeah, it's like you look at them going, how does the body work like
It doesn't work like that because there's something different.
Even the way like they put like the bop, like just the way they bounce.
Yeah, and they're locking in, and
Yeah.
then suddenly they're facing the wrong way, like Terminator 2. You're like,
Yeah.
how the fuck?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Didn't know there were that many levels to breakdancing.
Loads.
I thought it was just diversity on Britain's Got Talent, and that was kind of it.
No,
no,
that's
they're
like
like-
shit compared to the championships.
Yeah, if you watch some of those Korean champions, because it's always the Koreans that win it. But there's some particular
not always
guys,
the way.
Yeah, they're just,
They're never off
it's
the podium,
insane.
No point in even entering if the Koreans are there.
Yeah, fuck that.
The Russians had one good year and then
Yeah.
got juiced.
They're focused on other things now, though. It's mad.
How'd you get into rafting? That's just the next natural
That was
step.
the next thing. And then what? So it was all these like imports coming from the States.
Yeah.
And it was like DJ Yella and Ice-T and
Yeah.
all the kids that were in NWA were like little producers back.
Yeah.
All the names you recognised, all the names from early on when they came out in NWA.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
were all producers back then. Very early like indie rap.
That's how loads of them
stuff.
start off, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's how
and then
Kanye
it- and then
started off and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And then suddenly it started to become like a commodity, and then Public Enemy changed everything pretty much. Public Enemy became a band, and Run DMC and Beastie Boys and all that. And
Yeah.
then suddenly it was just boom. Now it's a brand new subculture that dominated the charts, and since
Unbelievable.
So what age did you swerve your rapping and your dancing days?
about 21, 22. But that's when the band died, and it sort of like went back to normal, and
Did you battle rap? Is that not a thing?
No, I never did that. That was never really a thing until
Never
very,
enticed
very
you?
late on.
Would you not really think about dusting off the bars?
I was thinking about it tonight on the way here, funnily enough. Right, actually, I was listening
There
to...
you go, Kate.
I was going to say,
Off
yeah.
you go.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about...
Savvy?
I was listening to
Get that mic
Public
closer
Enemy.
because I don't want
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done? Have you watched History of Hip Hop on Netflix?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, I really got me into it because I'm trying to think of the fella's name now. Just a Friend. Because I just the respect I have for the, like loads of them come out and had to rap just to make money, didn't they? Because
Yeah.
they were all like loads of them were producers who couldn't rap,
Yeah.
and they all they'll have one big song,
Yeah.
and then that was it. Then
That's
sort of
right,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eric B and Rakim and Dre and all that kind of stuff. They were... But they look at them now. Like,
Yeah, and now they're producing for everyone.
Yeah.
Because there's a fella like Bismarcky.
That's right. All right, Bismarcky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
he
used
had,
to
he
do
had
all that
Just a
stuff.
Friend, and that was his one hit.
Yeah. I
But he
remember
produced
that,
for
yeah.
everyone, sort of thing. And I was like, fucking hell. It started off, everyone just wanted to produce. And I was like, well, someone needs to rap.
Yeah.
Like, the only way to make money was to start rapping, sort of thing.
Right. Oh, okay. Yes, sure it was. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really great time to be alive. But I personally, I would say to everybody that I was born at the right time because I've seen so many subcultures come and go and been part of it. It's been amazing, really.
Yeah. People say that, like, people talk about that now, about hot water, sort of thing. They'd be like, do you reckon people will look back at it and be like, oh, that was a
It's
start or
insane.
something
Rave
different?
culture, hip hop
Yeah.
culture, like mods, rockers, punk, all that rock, everything. I was part of it, or just on the peripherals of it all a little
Everything.
bit. Yeah. It's great. It was a great time, great fun.
Are you with Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Are you a massive Harry Potter fan?
I love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I've only ever seen.
I've seen every single
one.
film. I'm always reading at least one of the books.
Did you see Emma Watson in This Is the End of the World or something with that? What's that one?
Oh, with like Seth
That mic a bit
Rogen.
closer to his teeth. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
Yeah, like Seth Rogen, Dave Franco, and all that. Yeah. She is Emma Watson in it.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But they treat her like Emma Watson from Harry Potter, don't they?
Yeah. They treat her like Hermione. Like at the end of the world, and they're going, "You can fix it. You can fix it." But you know, I am a massive Harry Potter fan. It's my one. It's my little.
Have you met anyone from it?
I met Matthew Lewis, who plays Neville Longbottom.
Okay.
Because he came into where I worked, and I.
Did you freak out?
I didn't speak. I just went.
Oh no.
And then I got a picture with him at the end, and I'm not even joking when I say this. I thanked him for saving the wizarding world.
No.
Oh God.
That's true. That's genuinely true. I said that to a grown man. I went, "Thank you for saving the wizarding world."
Oh God.
And he just laughed at me. I think he thought I was joking, and I weren't.
The way you spoke about Steve because he'd not watched the football match.
I'll own my
The audacity.
I own my Harry Potter shit. I know. I own it. I'm more than happy to admit.
Ever thought about rapping? We've all dabbled in the bathroom.
In rapping.
We've all tried to throw a few bars together, then realised we haven't got the skill.
I'm good at rapping other people's lyrics.
Yeah, but your
I
own.
can pick them up
You
quite
must have
fast.
had a basher trying to make a few lines for yourself.
Everyone thinks they're good at rapping other people's lyrics, and then if you isolate what you're actually and listen to yourself, it's half the
When
time
I was,
shocking.
you know, when I was younger though, I did try songwriting.
I've wrote one song.
Oh, let's hear it.
Not a chance.
What's it
Come
called?
on, I brought my guitar.
Is it a love song?
I'm not saying any.
Give us one verse.
No.
Go on, what's it
Why?
called?
No.
What's your opening line?
Move on.
Just your opening line.
I'm not. I haven't really.
What's your opening line?
I haven't done it.
You're lying. What's your opening
I
line?
haven't done it. I'm not saying it. I'm not
Just tell us your opening line.
Is it a love song?
I can't get a tight chest. I can't.
What's your opening line, Kate?
Well, I wrote a song with my little sister when I was younger called "That's When the Party Begins."
All right.
And
How young were you?
I don't know, I was about 7.
Oh, that's
That's
fine.
like the outro of the chorus, or into the chorus. Like that's when the party begins, and bang into the chorus.
That's
then.
when the party begins. Whoa, we had a dance and everything.
Great.
I don't know why I still remember this.
Very S Club.
Yeah, I proper was. And then when I got older, and I was in like my 15, 16 Taylor Swift heartbreak era, I used to like write songs like and then thought I was going to be the next like Taylor Swift. They were all shit.
Can you play?
It's horrible.
So bad.
How old was you when you wrote your song?
I'm not telling anyone.
Tell us.
Last year.
Tell us about the Chinese restaurants.
Oh.
I don't know.
I like songwriting, but I can't. I've got no. I'm not musical. Like,
Yeah, but like-
my brain.
When you say you wrote a song, do you mean you wrote a poem that you think that could be a song?
No, like well,
I've repeated the
I've
chord.
wrote for other like I've helped with like other people. Like I've got friends who are in like development stages and stuff that I've been able to do stuff like that with. But my actual own songwriting ability is a bit.
Absolutely sickening.
It was proper soppy as well. It was all like
Sounds.
you never loved me the way I love you.
It's great. That's probably what his was like. I
Yeah.
think yours was a love song to a girl.
100% was.
Can't say.
You took my heart and broke
Anyway.
it too.
Anyway. Oh, I'm dying now. I'm fucking dying.
When did you just give us a time frame of when it was?
I haven't got it. I'll do it another time.
Wow, it's really just
really
cutting
triggered
deep,
him.
isn't it?
You know what that means, though, don't you? That it's gone public, this song. That's why he's so cringy.
Is it on
do you mean?
Because
YouTube?
he's scared. Like,
It's not gone public.
I don't think you've released it, but I think you've told the person who wrote about it, you wrote them a song.
No, I haven't wrote about anyone. I know what I've done. I know what I've done.
And you'll take it to your grave.
Yeah. I might do it when I get on my funeral. Like someone read that up for a laugh at the funeral.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I was thinking about that the other day, about when I've got to go to one of my parents' funerals. I can't be arsed with it, man.
I can't wait for my dad's funeral.
I can wait
I'm
for
gonna
that.
Are your parents alive? Like,
Yeah.
you can't wait for the funeral.
I don't want to die, but
I don't want them
It's
to
not a normal
die.
thing to say.
The
I've
attention.
got the eulogy written, so I'm
The
gonna
attention
smash
is
it.
pretty boss-like, to be fair.
I don't want that. I just can't.
Oh, I'm gonna smash my dad's eulogy. Oh,
I wasn't allowed to. My granddad's.
Why?
Why?
Because
made it all about yourself.
well, one that And well, none of my family like me, so that's the second reason.
Right.
And they didn't trust me to make it appropriate, even though my granddad would have loved it to be inappropriate. That was like right up his street. He would have loved it,
Yeah,
but apparently I
he's
wasn't
dead now,
allowed
so
to.
it's not about
Yeah,
him,
you
is
can't
it?
back you
Yeah,
up, can it?
no. So I was a bit annoyed, so I wasn't allowed to. I was shocked they even let
Should
me
have
come,
left
to be
it in
honest
the
with you.
will, shouldn't he? Then said I want Kate to do that, and they'd have had to let you do it.
Yeah, no.
Shit
Should've done,
house.
but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Should have just wrote
Fuck
it in
you,
there.
pops.
Should have just got in and wrote it in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you should have said,
I mean, if I could have done that, I would have made him leave all his money
subclause
to me.
here. Right.
Yeah, but no, I weren't allowed.
No, just the admin of a death of a parent. I can't be arsed with them.
Would you
I've got a
sort
bit
it or
about
your
that
sister?
minute.
Oh, she'd have to sort it. I wouldn't want to speak. I wouldn't want anyone to come up to me and say, "Oh, you," and then start talking about him. Whatever.
Why?
Just can't be arsed.
I've
Is that
literally
because
got
you
a new bit
can't
about
handle the
this.
emotion? Sorry.
What?
Yeah, go.
Oh no, literally just saying, talking about this is mental because I've literally got a new bit about this.
Okay, well, let's not talk comedy. Come on.
No, I'm just saying that about but I completely agree. The admin of death is so mind-numbing, and the fact that you're forced to speak to all these people that you never normally would speak to, and it's just
What do you mean you're
absolutely
forced to speak
stupid.
to me? I
Just a
didn't.
day of having to be like.
But it's not even the day; it's everything between.
Just don't.
It's everything between the death and the funeral, where everyone's ringing up, going, he was a belter girl, honestly.
Just don't answer your
Loved
phone and just
him."
say can't talk, sorting stuff out, and everyone just goes, "Oh, he must be dead busy because his dad's just died."
Yeah, but-
in reality, he's sitting on the couch watching telly, can't be asked.
yeah.
I just get the text then, just reading your own time. Fuck.
Not my moronic family, though. They turn up. They find a way. They're all morons.
I do the same thing no matter what the event is. I just stand at the bar, and then that's all I do. And then if people come up to you, you go sound, and you can move it on because there's always someone new coming to the bar. Yeah.
Okay.
I turn to your dad.
So your dad.
Any family
what
event.
would you do if people come up to you though? If people come up to you, just go, no.
I just
Can't do
I
it.
know. I'd just be. I'd go.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be tired. I'd be like, fuck.
How many more?
Probably just go sit in the bog for a
Who's
bit.
that?
Sit in the bog.
Go the fair.
Yeah. Off the sizzler.
I did my granddad's funeral. So I was saying this before. My granddad raised me, so he was like my dad, and they stupidly.
Should write a song about it.
But I shouldn't I? Granddad.
My granddad raised me.
Granddad, daddy. You put the dad in granddad.
Genius.
That's great. That's the opening line, that.
Yeah.
You put the dad in granddad.
You put the dad in
You put the dad in
granddad.
granddad.
It sounds like a country song,
bad.
doesn't
You
it?
taught me how to ride my bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like it.
I love it.
And
Come
the
on,
only
keep going.
thing I can think that rhymes with bike is dyke.
Yeah.
Sorry
Found out
that
the
your
food's
daughter.
Eats pussy. Doesn't have to rhyme. Doesn't have to rhyme. That's a good sign of a songwriter.
Does yours not rhyme?
I'm not going into it. Just leave it alone. It's happened now. Leave it alone.
Is it written down somewhere?
It could well be.
Follow him home.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's the thing,
Follow him
right?
home.
Just messages,
out.
Baird. Listen, I know
You
we've
probably
never
picked
met.
it off and fucking hard drive you.
We've never met. We've never chatted. But just please find this song for me.
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
Oh, well, I've wrote a lot of stuff, haven't I? 'Cause I'm prolific. Anyway, Steve, this Chinese restaurant.
I don't listen, right?
Oh, go
I'm gonna. Well, is that?
Oh, sorry, go on, yeah.
Well, it's only because I was telling him today that I had this thing where I got myself into a really bad situation that kind of like it weren't racist, but it kind of like was, but it weren't, and it weren't. But what happened was, I was really hungover, right? Like really bad. Like me and my mate had done a litre bottle of vodka in, and so the next day we were fucked, and we were and I rang and I Chopsticks on Lovely Lane in Morriton, right? This one I always had banter with her, right?
Oh, aye. This is a bad start.
she normally could take a joke. Fucking hell.
I was hungover and I had banter.
But she didn't like it. She didn't like it, and she used to beat her husband as well. She was a proper cow, right? And she had
Didn't like the banter.
no,
Right.
And so but I was like cheeky banter anyway,
Yeah.
like. But this time it was kind of it was awkward and not misjudged, but it just went the wrong way. And she's got really big teeth, right? So it's awfully like the racial stereotype of it all and everything. It's like, have you ever seen the Popeye cartoon that was banned? That was I'm a sap, Mr. Jap, like that, right? It's just really bad. And anyway, so because
this is dangerous territory.
It gets worse. It gets worse. So I ring, right, and I'm trying to put my order in.
What did you say? What did you just?
I ring. It's gonna get worse. I might get
harder.
I'm gonna get cancelled. So I said to her, I couldn't for the life of me think of the word appetizers. What to do for appetizers? So my drunken, like, hungover brain said,
"Oh God,
what do you do for aperitif?" Right? So, but aperitif, like, it's like a drink in it, but it's like this small order of a thing.
Aperitif.
That's all I could come up with was aperitif, right? And she said, and I was still confused. She went, "What you fucking mean, aperitif?" Like this, right? I said, aperitif. What for aperitif? What do you do for aperitif? And she's going, "You fucking aperitif. You're coming." So I didn't know what was going on. It got really awkward. And my mate Bill, he's next to me, and he's going, "What's going on?" I went, "I don't know." Anyway, it's fucking appetizers, you daft bastard. And I was like, "All right, okay." So we put the order in. And I went round to pick it up, and as I walked in, she was stood and she's got the bag like that. And she went, "Fucking aperitif, yeah?" Like this. And Bill went, "I'm not eating that." It was the worst situation I've ever been in my life, because it's like it weren't my fault. It just weren't my fault. It was just her. It was her. She was a bit of a cow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. She was. What you fucking mean, aperitif?
I love that. That's half Chinese and half Cockney at the same time.
I mean, I'm not being like racist. That's how it sounded. It's verbatim. I'm not even paraphrasing. That was exactly what it sounded like. It was another person making that sound.
Did you did you try and explain when you were in?
No, she hated me. Even her husband came out to look at me going, "Mate, you have proper fucked up." He's scared of her as well.
He's got it in the neck for that. Yeah. He's had to beat him for that.
Did anyone eat the food?
Yeah, I ate. Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, what could she possibly do to it?
Spat in it.
Spat in it. But, I mean, it's still.
Pulled the teeth out and put it in.
It probably enhanced the flavour.
Yeah, to be fair, like there's not much a woman could do where you'd make it sexual in your head, wouldn't you?
Mm.
That's it. That's men's ability to make anything sexual saves you there.
I'm half jealous of it. Sure, it might make life a bit easier.
Yeah, it's great.
Unless you get to my age and then you just like it's like someone's clicked the TV off. You get the white noise at the end of like Poltergeist, and it goes. Imagine that being your sexual virility, right? You get to 53, and then that somebody turns it off, and you go, "What the fucking hell's that gone?" It's kind of that's where you're at. Yeah. Like I've literally now I can think straight. I can like form.
Yours is. You think your perversion's gone?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I don't have any sort of like sexual thoughts.
You asexual now, almost.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm getting there. Like,
you've achieved enlightenment.
Yeah, honestly, I'm zen. I'm zen. Like,
I would love that.
Yeah, I don't touch my penis. He goes, "Fuck off." Touch me.
Do you know, apparently
deserter.
It's different for women. So apparently men's dies off as they get older, whereas women's
we peak
increase.
at like 21.
Yeah, whereas women's apparently increases when you get to like.
Because our front lobes don't fully form until 23 apparently, and apparently that's when men's when men are able to think. That's when they start dying off. It's like, you can think now, lad. Stop shagging.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and then we go down. I'd love mine to go.
It's great. Honestly, it's great. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like,
just be happy, be content, wouldn't you? Everything about your life is just like. Oh.
So what gets you going now? Like in terms of,
I don't even care about it. It's like it's just
you just sit down
don't
and watch.
Bother. Just get shit done.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you still got?
I don't believe it's gone from you.
It's gone. Honestly, even like I'm trying to communicate with it. It's just like the phone's down.
Beep. But in the head though,
it's flatlined.
In the head,
It's gone. Like no, there's no kind of like porn. If you're watching porn, you're like.
Yeah,
but you got it, Mrs.
I'm
now.
into women's porn now. I was discussing this before.
No. Nothing.
It's nice to know.
Lockdown.
Like there's an end in sight.
away, started I was hammering porn during. I mean, I started recognising staircases on Pornhub. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
I genuinely was like, I've seen that staircase.
They use that couch in the other one.
I'm like that. I know back. Oh, this is the same setting as that one.
Yeah.
And then the
Fun
thing
fact
is,
about this set, that's in Scotland.
I've also seen it.
Yeah.
The problem is-
Linked to the furniture on IKEA.
Swipe off.
the problem is when you recognise it for being with one brand, is how much porn I've watched. You recognise being like, oh, it's all Brazzers, and suddenly it's on Naughty America, and you're like, oh, why are they using that production set? That's not normally their production set. That's normally always on that. Yeah, well, that's a weird one.
As the scene locator at traded companies.
That's what, you know, you're like, imagine like someone from EastEnders being in Rover's Return. That's what it's like. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that happened once. They did that, didn't they? They did a crossover. I remember that.
Did they?
They did a weird crossover. It freaked me out.
I would, yeah.
In porn or in soaps?
No, in soaps.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be
good though, wouldn't it? Like, Pat Butchering fucking.
Was it legit or was it comic relief?
I think it was comic relief.
It probably was.
It sounds like a comic relief thing.
It was a thing.
It's like The Simpsons merging with like Family Guy or something, innit?
That was a good
Yeah.
episode, that though. The Simpsons merger Family Guy.
I love it.
I used to
when
love
they
a
do
crossover. Used to feel like it was exciting when you were a kid. Like, I remember they once did the Sweet Life on Deck. No, Wizards of Waverly Place on Deck with.
That's
someone
Selena
else.
Gomez's big break.
Yeah, it was Wizards of Waverly Place, and Sweet Life of Zach and Cody was
Oh,
on a
them
boat,
sitcoms.
and then the Wizards and Hannah Montana
Well
all
after
came
that.
on the boat.
Well, after that
And it was
time.
mental, 'cause, like, you know, they were all together
Hilary
in that.
Duff.
And,
What was one she was in?
Hilary Duff was in Lizzie McGuire.
That was it, yeah.
Oh dear.
It was all age appropriate when we were doing
She'd
this.
bring it back for you, Steve.
Lizzie
No, but the weird thing is though, you're acting like this. Selena Gomez and Hilary Duff, which is like our age sort of thing, they're now dead homely and mumly, and it's like, I'm fucking still turned on.
Selena
It's like-
Gomez
it's like-
isn't.
What, she is?
She's not homely and motherly. She hasn't got a child.
No, but she's dead. But have you seen her Instagram and stuff? It's like
Yeah.
in the kitchen, like, oh, the only thing I could never give up in life is family. And she's like, oh, she's like everyone's fun aunt, and you're like, oh, this is doing it for me
She
now.
was always like that, though, I think.
What, when she was 18?
No, but like she was never one of the wild ones. She was never like a Miley Cyrus, was she? She was always kind of.
No, but she was a kid, and now she's like a mother, even though she's a fun aunt. And now you're like, now I'm turned on for different reasons.
Hilary Duff's fit.
Yeah.
She was boss in the Lizzie McGuire movie. Have you ever seen it? Did you watch the Lizzie McGuire movie? Oh, that is a cinematic masterpiece.
What is it?
So the point, so the Lizzie McGuire movie,
It's a Nickelodeon movie.
it's
Steve.
Disney actually.
I don't know what.
Cinematic
So
masterpiece.
it was a cinematic masterpiece to the point where I went to Rome with my mum.
Like Avatar.
I went, honest to God, I'd rather watch that than Avatar.
The Godfather.
Fucking blue people walking around. No,
Godfather, Avatar, Lizzie McGuire goes to Hollywood.
that's Frankie goes to Hollywood. That's
fucking-
Davey goes to
fucking
Hollywood. No, the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Gordo used to play with the hacky sack on the phone. Go on.
Yeah. See, you know.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. So Lizzie McGuire movie. Oh, it's belter, right? So they go to Rome so she finishes middle school and then she goes to high school. So in between, they go to Rome with like the new class basically. But while she's in Rome, she meets Paolo at the Trevi Fountain. And I know.
How's she anyone that's it's chocker.
Yeah, but this is why they meet, because she's the spitting image of his singing partner Isabella, who, well, it turns out, rumor has it they were both played by Hilary Duff, but I don't want to believe that. And basically she's legged it. And Paolo's like, yeah, she's a bitch, can't stand it. Hey, do you want to sing at these Big Dead Madam Music Awards in the Coliseum with me? And she's like,
In the Coliseum?
I genuinely thought you was asking me that. Then you were so committed to what you were saying. Then I thought, what you want me to do here?
Honest to God.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't want to let you down, Kay. With so much hope in you.
The mic device. I'm not. Yeah.
But yeah, so Liz
Say
McGuire.
it again.
So Liz McGuire has to then learn the song and the dance and everything, but it turns out, spoiler alert, turn off now if you haven't watched it, that Paolo's a liar, and it was Paolo that was horrible to Isabella, and she comes back and she's like, nah, he's been lying. He's
Gaslighting
lying to you.
little
He
shit.
was gaslighting
Oh,
her.
was he?
So then,
Before gaslighting was a thing.
Gaslighting was a thing.
Turns out Isabella. So Paolo said Isabella couldn't sing. So Lizzie was like, it's fine, I'll lip sing. But it turns out Paolo was the one that couldn't sing, and he was going to set Lizzie up, turn the mic on and the music down, so she embarrasses herself at the Coliseum and everyone thinks it's Isabella. But Isabella comes in at the nick of time and she's like, nah, Paolo, leg it. And her and Lizzie sing the song and then Isabella goes, it's your moment now. So Lizzie McGuire, this like 16-year-old kid from America, is at the Coliseum at the biggest music awards in the world.
Holy
and sings
You ever
the
been
song.
to Coliseum?
Well, this is my point. Yes. And then my first thought was, I said to my mum, I'm in the Coliseum in Rome. And I went to my mum, this is where Lizzie McGuire exposed Paolo.
Wait till you find out that they just green screened it.
Yeah.
I like to believe in hope.
Right.
I remember going to Coliseum. There was nowhere to do a show.
They were in Italy though because they were actually at the Trevi
Think
Fountain.
so? You must have been to Coliseum.
I have, yeah.
Trevi Fountain's lovely.
But yeah, so basically in the end, Lizzie McGuire smashes it on stage and sings a song called Hey Now, Hey Now, This Is What Dreams Are Made Of.
Right.
I wrote that
Hey
one.
now, hey now.
No.
No, not the
Hey
good
now,
one.
hey now.
Don't dream it's over.
No.
Hey now, hey now.
There's a war between us.
That's not Lizzie McGuire.
Sing it.
Hey now, this is what dreams are. Hey, hey. And it's boss. And she has a
Loving
skirt
it.
on and halfway through they rip it off and it's pants.
Shit.
I know.
Ruined it.
One extra from Warrington that's crept into the Coliseum.
And do you know what? People watching this will think that I put on that passion for the fun of the podcast. I didn't. I'm genuinely that passionate about
You were
how much I love Lizzie
you were
McGuire.
so committed. I genuinely thought you was talking to me and asking me to do something for you. He was that committed to what you were saying. I was like, what?
It's honestly one of the best films in the world. I love it. I love the Lizzie McGuire movie. And people will agree with me.
Yeah.
It was a cultural reset.
Is it better than Avatar?
Yeah, it is better than Avatar. It's
Avatar's
shit. It's loads of,
shit,
loads of blue people.
It's rubbish.
It's like overpriced Smurfs.
Fucking boring.
Star Wars, isn't it? It's a good watch, though.
No, it's not because
Not for me. John Carter's miles better.
It's a good hangover watch, I think.
no, because the whole thing about it is that it's a cinema. It's like it's the special effects and whatever, but the story's shite. Like I'd rather watch a good story that's not as cinematically beautiful.
No, because you can't see the story shite when you like Harry Potter.
Fuck you.
Which is just Star Wars with like wands. and
It's
stuff.
not though, is it? It's not just Star Wars with wands. It's completely
The
different.
chosen one.
Yeah, it's an entire story which makes you rethink, the hierarchy of good and bad in this world, and it represents, racism in a really creative and imaginative way. So children,
Little Mermaid does that.
Yeah, so it's all right, fine. Yeah,
Little Mermaid, belter.
I don't know why you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you, Queen.
But yeah,
So, Bad Boy Bubby. Bad Boy Bubby's exactly the same.
Big Mama's house.
What's your favourite racism film?
Django Unchained.
that's about racism.
Well, unless you can make it about racism, like Harry
12
Potter.
years.
No, too dicey. But
She was
watch
all
that.
Effinger. We did that on the last pod,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Performance and shit,
American
all that
History
different.
X.
Is it?
Ooh.
Ooh, I like Remember the Titans. mate.
Hardcore.
I was made to hairspray.
Hairspray. You will go Hairspray. Yeah, fair
No,
enough.
I was made to watch Roots in school.
Yeah.
Not just me. I mean, my
Amistad.
what?
Amistad.
Not seen Amistad.
No.
About the slaves on the boats
No.
getting shipped over. That's
No.
that's a heavy film. That
Yeah, I don't think-
I think they got one lawyer who had to free them all when they got over to America or something like that. It's a good film. We watched it in history. Didn't really watch it. It was just
on.
It was just on. We had to learn about it, and we just like, and I was like, well, this is an alright film, but the TV was shite.
It was like one of the little ones.
You know, the wheel it in,
Yeah.
the fucking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
can't
strapped
That was a
into
boss
thing
day,
with
that's the way it is.
wing
When
nuts.
I've just done cross country. I don't need to watch. Go from getting shouted at running over sand dunes to sitting there watching fucking Amistad. Like, this is too much of a gear change. This. I've got to go and draw a Snickers bar next to that.
I've got to finish my song.
What an emotional morning.
Oh, I used to love when they wheel Italian in school. It's
That
fucking
was great,
bossed out,
wasn't
ain't it?
Yeah.
I hated it, mate.
I got done nasty in my GCSEs.
'Cause you never
in,
got to finish it.
PE.
You're done that. What?
PE, my GCSE PE was a nightmare. I did the 800, but I was down to do the 1500.
Yeah.
So I did the 800, knackered. Smashed the 800, was knackered though. And then they said, you were meant to do the 1500. So they made me go and do the 1500 on my own.
Oh.
Was fucked. Still got an A star because I'm fit as fuck.
Could you just do another 700 and be like...
Well, it's just like, but I want to do the 800 instead. And then they just said, well, you're down for 15, so you've got to do it. A bit heavy, that, like. But I was like, say, I was a very athletic young man, so I was able to do
So
it.
you took it as a thing then?
GCSE PE, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah. I also said a few
Who
cancelable
the fuck
things
does that?
in A-level.
Who does that?
What's PE?
Who takes PE as a thing?
I did it as an A-level.
They wouldn't let me take.
Leave it. Listen, Robbie, there's over here. Home economics.
This
here.
is like a dyslexic taking English lit. It's morally wrong. Dyscalculate, maths.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he doing?
You can't even get extra help, can you?
Just like it was like no, because the
Extra time in the exam.
1500s on the last day of term. I want to go on the ale. You can fuck off. Waiting for you.
Rob gets a 10-minute head start in every race.
Extra
Someone running in front of him with a burger. Burger on his hat.
What'd you get in the 1500, Diana?
You give it a good go.
Smelt the turkey burgers at lunch.
They do about 11:30.
He was flying.
People stood there just wafting it like, come on, Rob. He's in,
Yeah, he's
He was flying, then he had to run past the canteen.
like deep blue sea with the sharks. He'll get into the kitchen, just watch. Deep Blue Sea, what do you think of that film?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Is that where it gets to get on board? It gets on
Clever
board the
sharks.
sharks, get on board the thing and sort of
Well,
like.
there's the new Netflix thing out now where it's just whales getting like superhuman whales where they get so clever now and they're destroying. I was like, that's just Deep Blue
Who's
Sea.
who's in Deep Blue Sea? Like Ray Liotta or something? Is that-
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. There you go. I knew it was
Sam
someone
Jackson.
famous. Yes.
Sam Jackson.
There we go.
Sam Jackson.
These motherfucking sharks on this motherfucking boat.
Oh, Sam. Oh, Sammy,
Yeah,
Sammy
Sam's in.
J was in it.
Sam's in it.
Do you
He was in
remember what you
51st
took in?
State.
Do you remember what you took in school then?
Yeah.
So you took PE.
For A-level or
What were
GCSE?
your options?
For
I don't
GCSE.
remember what the options were, but I know every subject. So.
GCSE, I think I took PE. German.
Wasn't
Oh, hang on, GCSE, you don't choose
He was just open it and
GCSE,
show
do you?
up.
No, you do get
Did you hear me,
options.
Nanny?
Yeah, you get
All right,
options,
what did you do with
GCSE.
A-level? That's easier. What did you do with
A-level, right, A-level. PE. Then I did law for a year.
Wow.
Psychology. I can't remember the other one for A-level. I failed it, but I can't remember what it was. Psychology, law, PE, something else for A-level.
Do you remember what you did?
Yeah. Well, I done like 5 of them.
Go on.
Dropped like I failed like a couple of them, didn't I? So I've got like 4 half A level.
What were they? What did you do?
So I did English literature, English language and literature, media, and what was the third one? And business studies.
Oh, yeah.
They were the ones. They were the 3 I completed, but I also did economics and computing and maths.
Food tech.
I was saying that I should have done food tech because I've got a mate who did Arabic, who was fluent in it.
Really?
And he just did it just to get more UCAS points.
Get out.
So he did that. He did an A level. It's like, yeah, it's like 180 UCAS points, isn't it? So I'll just do it and get an A, pass an A.
Fuck's sake.
And I was like, oh fucking hell! So I should have
How
done
old are
food
you?
tech.
See, mine was CSEs when I did it.
Yeah.
CSEs, like, it ended.
O levels.
1980 CSEs and O levels. 1986. Mine was. Like, they
See,
were
I
still
was born.
The
using.
year I was born.
Get out of it.
1996.
They were still using
1986.
Oh, no, that- I
punch
wasn't born
cards.
then.
They were still using punch cards for the computers.
Right.
My school.
No, I was GCSEs. I'm 35 now, so 2005 is when I did them.
Wow.
Did you do A-levels?
That was A levels.
Steve?
Sorry, 2005 was A levels.
Did you do
No, I
A-levels?
didn't have A levels when I was back in this day.
CSE, did you say?
CSE.
So with
Certificate of Secondary Education, just to
So is-
prove you was there.
Is that an equivalent of your GCSEs?
I suppose it was. I suppose
Right.
it was in kind of. GSEs were just coming in at that point, like, and then, but then the GSE sort of replaced the O level, didn't it?
I've no idea.
Yeah, GCSE replaced O level. And,
Right. Yeah. So
Well, GCSE was just general certificate of secondary education, wasn't it?
right. That's right. Yeah.
And
So-
CSE was the first one.
Yeah, that was.
Then they
right.
just put general in front of it and made everything.
Yeah.
So did you? What was your college? How did you get to college?
Well,
If you went,
I
but
went
like-
to do a trade. I went.
No, but if you went to college, how would you get into college? Would you have to just
oh, you just went in. You just kind of rolled up. You just rocked up, and then they sort of and then they put me in the. I ended up becoming a precision engineer.
Yeah.
So they sort of give me extra maths and all that kind of stuff. But then you was in an actual shop with lathes and welding equipment and all that kind of stuff. So you were just stuck straight in. This is your trade now, and this is what you're doing.
How long did you stick at that for?
I did it for about a year and a half, and then got a job. And then working in like all these big metal places and all that, and like welding shit. And it just worked for me at all. And I think it was just awful. And then I ended up setting up a band. And then thinking, no, I'm going to go and be famous in this band, and then left.
What kind of band though?
It was an hip hop band, a rap
band.
Right, yeah. And but we couldn't play anything, so we just started. My mate saved up and bought some samplers and some decks and all that, and we just made these tapes in his bedroom and like.
Would you do that rap now, or a bit of the rap now for that good rap that you can do?
Well, that's not mine. It's Public Enemy, that one. With Vice to hold the mic device, with force to keep it away, of course. And I'm keeping you from sleeping. And on the stage I rage because I'm rolling. And to the poor are pouring on the metaphors. I'm not stuffing and bluffing as we did before. We check the stage, I declaring a wage. I get down for the Prophets of Rage. I keep it kicking like this. Okay. That's Prophets of Rage by Public Enemy.
Did you always do it in that accent?
I don't. Yeah, it's Chuck D in it.
So. No, that's what I'm saying. Did you do Chuck D then, or when you rapped, did you rap in an accent?
I rapped in Manc accent. We're the first to do it, funnily enough. And the single that we released fucking went charted and all that. And
did it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was, Just Try Me. It was called. You can find it on YouTube. And
can you?
Yeah. And we nicked a sample from the Sex Pistols, and so it's like it would go I am an antichrist, and it was kicking like that. But that was the chorus then. So then I'd do the rap, and then at the end it go, I'm telling you, just try me. It was just a really big tune, big hit, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I come back from this rave. I was tripping. It's when the rave scene had started, so I didn't know it was a brand new subculture again that just appeared from nowhere, and I ended up going on all these raves and stuff while the band was recording the album and all that kind of stuff. And I came home. And
have a record deal or record you?
No, we had a record. It was with RCA Records. They dropped us for Take That. There's a fucking true story. Yeah, that's another J moment.
Did you ever meet them?
No.
Oh. You never meet them to go, you fuckers.
It was only because only 5 years later I went into RCA to renegotiate because we reformed the band with musicians, and I said to the guy, Nick Raymond, his name, but he was the head of A&R at RCA, and I said, dude, what happened? The contract was on the table and everything, and we just went quiet. What the fuck? And he just went, it was all the gold and platinum discs of Take That and everything. I was like, oh. Fair enough.
What could have been?
Fair enough.
What could have been?
But then I come back from this rave.
It's mental that though.
And I took my first acid, my first ever LSD, right? So I was tripping and I was trying to get to sleep. And my girlfriend at the time, she was fraught with it all because I was out for days and stuff. And she come back and she woke me up and she went, there's a fucking private detective at the door. And I went, what? Tell him to fuck off. She went, no, he won't leave. He said he wants to speak to you. And so I went down, and he'd been sent. The Sex Pistols had hired a lawyer to track me down, a private detective to track me down, and they gave him a checkbook, and they offered me £10,000. He said, if you can write you a check now. This is in 1990.
So what's that now?
I don't probably about 40-50 grand, something like
Yeah.
that. Right? And I was skint. I was
You
poor.
buy a house with it.
I was poor at the time. Yeah, you could have bought two easy.
Yeah.
And I just fucking slammed the door in his face and went fuck off because we had contracts on the table from Columbia, Virgin.
So what did the Sex Pistols want to give you 10 grand for?
To go and sign with them and take the tune with them and go on whatever label they were fucking around with.
Right, and like support them on tour and stuff.
Well, I don't know, but just to go with their label, whatever label they were running at the time. I think it might have been. I don't know what it was. I can't remember to be honest with you, but. They offered us some money to go with them, and I just like cockily slammed the door, and then looking
that's
back,
rock and roll though. Well done.
It though. Yeah. I should have took it because all those contracts that we had on the table just disappeared. But they were all there though. They were there, and we was hanging about with the Manic Street Preachers and fucking on tour with the Happy Mondays and all that kind of stuff. And then one of the lads in the band, we did a massive interview in the Enemy. Big fucking spread, right? Double page in the middle pages right across. You got me at the fucking front pissed, and all the lads in the band.
Have you got a copy of the mag?
Somewhere, but I don't want to see it and I don't want to read it anymore because one of the lads we're all smashed, and we had the big interview. It's like the big interview that you got, and one of the lads in the band, the guy who was interviewing us was called James Brown. And he said to Bill, my mate, he said, go on then, so your reputation precedes you, you're all fucking cocky and like controversial. I said, go on, shock me. Like that. So Bill said something really homophobic. And we're all laughing because we tied him up and spat beer on him and everything. This is the editor of the NME, and we were gobbing on him and tying him up and all that kind of stuff. He couldn't believe what was going on, and he's going, it was mental. And then anyway, the next week it came out, and I was waiting for it excitedly. The single was ready and everything, all the thing. The album was just about ready, and it opened it up in the middle, and it said, "Scum guys have all the pluck." That was the headline. I remember it really clearly, really clearly. And I just see I'm fucking wasted. You can see my pupils about this big on the phone, like this and everything. And then it just everything verbatim what we'd said in the interview that we were all laughing at. Yeah. Now he's suddenly in black and white, right? And I remember. I went to because then you had your record label and you had your gig agent. Right? Yeah. So our gig agent was called Blastard, right? And so there was Playard, the record label, and Blastard, they did your gigs, right? Yeah. So we got that big, they invited us round and said, who do you want to support? So you could just go and say, I want to support The Fall, or I want to support the Stone Roses, or and said, right, okay, we'll sort that out. That's how far it got. And I remember going to it and bumping into Bez from the Happy Mondays, and he'd just come out of the office, and he went, mate, I saw that fucking interview in the NME, yeah? It really made me laugh. And I knew then we was in trouble. and then we had a 37-date tour with The Fall that ended in America with EMF, right? It got cancelled down to 9 dates, and we only did 5 of them. And that was it. Bang, it was over.
Oh, fucking
back to work.
How old were you with all that?
19, 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's the worst
thing.
You
really flirted with it, didn't you?
That's the worst thing. No, but if this was now, you'd still have a career.
Yeah.
Because you'd have 30, 50,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you'd still be able to tour, just not being able to reach them.
About 5 years later, I reformed the band with musicians, because it was all sample based. So I got the musicians, a band from round our way called The Beans. Yeah. And we grew up together, and they're amazing, right? So we formed this band, this rock band, and we went to the Roadhouse in Manchester and just fucking sold it out for one night. It was amazing. Got it recorded though. Sean Ryder's dad was on the desk, was manning the desk, and he recorded it for us and come round to my house the next day and give me the tape. I've got it.
You tight with Bez and all that still?
No, back in the day we sort of knew each other, and like it would take me a minute to remind him who I was.
Right.
Yeah. I've spoke to people because I was going to do a show about it. I was going to do a show, get talking heads because our meteoric rise and fall was catastrophic.
How quick did that all happen? Yeah, if you were 19.
Say, what was the time span?
1989, 90.
So you're 1 year, all in 1 year?
91, about 2 years where it was like, and it was going, like, it was like really.
The 10 grand offer, at any point had you had any real money?
No, but we'd signed a contract for £80,000, which tied us into some options that we could have.
And how many of you was there?
There was three of us who were the controlling artistic, guys who wrote the songs and the lyrics and the music and stuff like that. And then we had this guy called the Phantom, who was like spacey dancer who used to wear a mask and nobody knew his real name.
Right.
Was that just a rip off of the Happy Mondays? Was dead?
We did it as a piss take. And it just stuck. Yeah. And then it just all went. It just imploded like quicker than you could fucking blink.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I regret. I'm also glad. Of course. I'm also glad that it didn't, because I would be dead. There'd be no question of it. If we'd have got famous at that point, right? Yeah, if you'd have given me any money at that point, it'd have gone up my nose, in my veins. It would have gone. I would have been dead. And,
do you reckon you'd have been worth it? Though, wouldn't it? To make an album.
It's out. The album's done. I've got the album. It just never got out. There was 250. There was pre-orders of 250,000, but they didn't press it up. It all got stopped, and it went to the single "Just Try Me" went to 47 in the charts, and they ran out of pressings, and they won't press any more up to get that extra 8,000 what it needed to go in the top 40.
Oh,
yeah, it was brutal. Do you
still speak to the other lads?
Yeah, the best mates. One of them's the head of the prison service in the Northwest, and another one's like a priest or something. But
a priest.
Yeah, we it was a mental time, and I contacted. This is funny. I was talking to Paul Smith about it because Paul loves the band, because I gave him the album. He absolutely loved it. And I was telling him all about it. He said, "Why don't you do a show about it?" I said, "You know what? I think I'm gonna." I'm gonna. And I contacted a few people to do talking heads, right? Like Bears and a few other people. And Nathan McGough, who was the manager of Happy Mondays, who's now one of the A&R men at Polydor or something. And I messaged him on Facebook quite a few months ago, and I said, mate, do you want? I don't know if you want to come and do a talking head about 5 minutes about First Defence and what happened. He went, I can't remember anything, Steve. That was the problem. No one can remember anything. It's only me who remembers it because it happens to me.
Yeah.
Surely you can just make it up, fill it in
Well,
to get the show.
That's what I thought, but I don't have to make it up because the stories are real. I had a fight with Marquis Smith from The Fall, a proper scrap, and it ended up getting split apart by Prince Paul from what's it, fucking De La Soul. That's how deeply entrenched we were and everything like that.
I don't know any of
the rappers from Free is the magic number.
Oh yeah.
Marquis Smith was this horrible, arrogant fucker, and I ended up for some reason just fighting with him like from nowhere. And I was losing as well.
Probably your Joe's fault.
Yeah. She's not there to fight you,
man.
And they had to disguise the story in the NME and Melody Maker because we were going on tour with them the following month. So they said it was sort of Fight with New Order or Electronic they were toying with at the time and all that. It was crazy. It was
so many people just miss out, don't they?
Yeah. How'd you get seen back then? We
bugged everybody. We started going to independent labels and hanging about and they kicking us out and going, you just fuck off, and turning up the next day with a new tape and all that kind of stuff. And then they put this compilation album together, and then we managed to squeeze a track in on this compilation album, which put us in touch with a producer called Carl Adeshila, who was an hip-hop producer in Manchester, and that was it. He loved us, and then we started creating the album. And then once we was creating the album, everybody became interested then. And we started doing gigs on the Mondays. Happy Mondays give us some tour support. So we suddenly got exposure. That was it.
That's amazing. That the way you can just the way it could happen like that sort of thing back then.
Yeah, it was great.
When did you get into comedy?
That happened about the weirdest thing.
This is the sad part of it.
Because I want to know how was the industry it's the same or different sort of thing, because how much later was you into comedy? Or?
It was about 97, so it would have been 6 years later.
Right.
5 years later. And I was working at this point. I was working... I was driving a bus for the handicapped and elderly for Warrington Borough Council. and
get that mic closer to your mouth.
Warrington Borough Council. I was working for them. Also, at the same time, I just got a job teaching young offenders in a young offenders institute in a prison. So that was toying with that.
How's a rap?
Teaching what?
Just teaching anything that you knew, like parent,
really?
Genuinely, and it was a boot camp as well, so it was like an army training thing and everything. It was dead successful. It was dead good. It was a joy to work there, and they paid it was like back then it was like £15 an hour in night, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then they offered me £35 an hour to go to Risley and teach paedophiles, and I'm like, no, not doing that. Can't
There's
do it.
a lie.
Teach paedophiles what?
I don't know. I would like to ask.
Whatever he was
delete
teaching.
your hard drive. A wiki how and how to get rid of a hard drive in 10 minutes.
So then I did a gig. I went to Scruffy Murphy's in Manchester, and then didn't do it, and then I bottled out, and then Toby Adoke.
Yeah.
I turned up this night and I was determined I was going to do it, and everybody died. Everyone died. And he came up to me and said, "It's a bad night, Steve. I know you've been trying this for a long time, but if you get up now and ruin it for the rest of your life, I don't mind if you go home." And I went, "If I don't get up there now, I'm never coming back." And he went, "All right." And I got up and I smashed it. And I was like, because I think it was just new and fresh, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it got filmed. Somebody filmed it. And then the next thing you know, I'm in the Northwest Comedian of the Year fucking eats, right? But I just watched this on the TV by Caroline Aherne and Peter Kay and all that, and I'm like, the next thing I'm in this fucking thing that's on the telly, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So then the next thing, I win the heat.
Yeah.
So I do a couple of gigs at the Frog and Bucket and die on my ass, right, terribly, and then I go into the finals, which was at the Palace in Manchester somewhere, some big fucking massive theatre that used to put big bands on and Public Enemy on it, but it was there. It was rammed. Peter Kay was there and everything, and I won the fucking Northwest Comedian of the Year from nowhere, like literally walking on the street, and then that was it. It propelled me onto the circuit, which I didn't even know there was a circuit. I had no idea there was a circuit.
Right.
And I rang Off the Curb, which is the biggest company in the UK. They've got all the acts. They've got Lee Evans and all the big acts and Jack D, all of them. And I rang them and said, "Hey, I'm the fucking Northwest comedian of the year, like this, and they were like, oh yeah, and Danny, his name was, and I said, yeah. He went, oh, all right, yeah, mate, do you want to go and play the Glee on Wednesday? Because I got the Glee, right?
Was the Glee going then?
Yeah, so this was 25 years ago, and it was Wednesday night, packed, full of students. Nice. I'm fucking terrible. I have no idea how shit I am until I go and do this gig, right? And I die. I can still feel it, and every time I took a drink from the floor, like I was shaking it, and as I was putting it to my lip, this fucking arsehole at the front went. I made that sound when I took a drink.
How long did you have to do?
I had to do 20 minutes.
Fucking hell!
And I only did
20.
I did 6 and just failed on there, right? So the next day, I rang off the curb, right? And Danny's on
shit crowd.
All right, I went, mate. I said, I'm nowhere near as good as I thought I was.
Right.
He went, you what? I went, mate.
Honest,
yeah, I said, I'm fucking terrible. I said, I need at least a year. And he went, oh, all right. And then a year later, they rang me and started booking me again, right? And giving me proper gigs and everything. And about 4 years later, I bumped into Danny from Off the Curb just by chance in Benidorm, right? Just by chance.
We was
in the
land.
pub having a drink, and I said, I didn't even finish the sentence. I said, mate, do you remember? He went, mate, we still fucking talk about it in the office. I went, what? He went, you're the only comedian that's ever rang us and told us your shit. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. So that was it. That was my career. And then fucking Les Dennis turned up at work. Les Dennis turned up with a camera crew and went, Stephen Harris, are you Steve Harris, Mr. Funny Man? I was like, what the fuck's Les Dennis doing here? He went, you're coming on my show, give your mate a break. And the next thing, I'm on ITV doing this big fucking ITV, the precursor to X Factor. And
really shot your load with your career, didn't you?
Right early on. Like, still.
Why would Les Dennis do that?
Yeah, it was the first show. It was the first, like, X Factor or
but I mean, like,
Pop Idol.
Boardman
had you applied for something like that, or just...
No, one of my mates set me up.
And did you really have no idea? And then he just turns up at your work.
Like, don't try this at home. And
Undercover boss.
The next thing, I'm whisked away and I'm took to this like studio in Manchester where we're rehearsing and we've got writers and all that kind of stuff. And
head might have fallen off a bit, did it not? Your head fall off a bit?
Yeah, of course it did. Because the next day, when the show went out to 16 million, I couldn't even walk around the shops and that. People were like unloading vans going, here he is, a fucking funny man and all that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I weren't even very good.
It's fucking...
It's crazy, isn't it?
What a mad life.
Gotta think. I wish I'd been born 30 years later.
Yeah. Imagine that now, having that kind
You'd
of
either be on
brain.
he'd either still be in a band or be or be a massive comedian.
Something creative, like definitely.
Just have social media at the time where people can still find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viggo Venn's on his way now, isn't he?
It doesn't last long, does it?
But there's $250,000 now.
Viggo Venn just won Britain's Got Talent last night.
Yeah, I didn't watch it all, but I know Marcus Berman got quite far.
Yeah, he did,
Yeah,
well, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure Birdman said that they were laughing. Like they edited was a bit of a cunt, didn't he? But he was like, I heard them. They were laughing.
Right.
But some of the bits they tried to dip the laughter on, I think.
On the second edit. Well, apparently, like both times, he said the first edit they made him look better than he did. Like, it went well, but they made it look even better. And the second time, they made it look even worse than
Mike Newell made a good recovery on it. He did great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know how much they're setting up.
See what happened with Mike Newell?
You what?
So Mike Newell and Alan Finnegan were in the same year.
And who?
Alan Finnegan.
Right, I don't know.
The Reverend. He's a Scouse. He's a Reverend. Does comedy as well. They done the same year. Both did great in the heats. And then Mike Newell was, do you want to come and do the live shows with no audience? And Mike said no, didn't he? He went, no, it's okay. I'll just leave it. Like, so he just had his audition where he'd smashed it in front of a crowd.
Said no to this podcast a few times as well.
Same level.
Yeah.
And then Finnegan said, yeah, because obviously Mike's a bit more experienced than that. Finnegan, a lot newer, said, yeah. Went along with everything they said. Went and did the live show. First comedian to do a live show without any audience for BGT. Died on his arse.
God.
And they all just like slated him.
Oh no.
And then I think at least David Walliams went to him, this wasn't really for you. Like, this isn't, like, there's no audience, it doesn't really work, does it?
There was no audience?
No, that's what I'm saying. Mike said no to no audience.
Right.
And that's why he came out looking good, because he just had his audition, which went well in front of the audience.
Oh, God.
And then Alan had the second round.
No.
And no audience, and they just went...
Were they the same year?
Same year, yeah.
Were they? Was that the same as in the Beale as well?
I don't know what was in the beer. No, Steve Royal's year, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Because Steve Royal had no audience, but smashed it because he doesn't need an audience.
Right,
do
yeah,
tricks.
of course, yeah, absolutely, yeah, juggling guitars.
Yeah. So like he smashed it because like an Alan died on his ass, and the first person he saw when he came off stage was the psychologist, wasn't it?
I'd do it for $250,000 though.
Oh, was it?
I do a lot of things for $250,000 to be fair.
Yeah, but you've got to win it to get to.
I know.
That's three.
I wouldn't.
That's three shows.
Absolutely not. Like,
No, it's not worth the gamble to look a cunt, is it? But
get messages all the time though off like producers who are like, "Oh, I'm scout for Britain's Got Talent." Like, you're not though, are you? You're not though.
You're a pervert.
No, you do get them.
Yeah, but like, you're not a producer, are you?
They are scouts.
Fuck off.
They're not producers. Like
I'm not. I mean, it's not. That's just not the path.
You looking for an agent yet?
Mate, I'm only 18 months in.
More
No, I'm not.
followers
That's a
than
lie. What, 14 months in? What were you saying?
More followers than me. You might as well get an agent now.
Well, you're female. You be flying. You be sound. You can do it in 5 years. Take us 15.
Well, I've got to have some
My
pics.
social media presence is pathetic. I did a show supported Jason Manford.
Here's what he tells us he could have invested in Facebook.
I know. Me and Mark doing it.
You do the obligatory shot with him.
There's me, Zuckerberg, and Manford all lined up.
Tweets it. So he put it out on Twitter and then tagged me in it, and I got a message from him saying, "Your Twitter's fucking pathetic, mate." And
That he said, yeah.
Really embarrassed because it is. It's pathetic.
He was embarrassed that he had to have you as part of him.
No, probably, yeah.
I've got to tag this cunt in with his 50 followers.
I didn't even think about it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Twitter, I don't even use it. But
use a little cash pickup in the northwest.
got 16 new followers.
Oh yeah, see, social media's now. I think it's pretty much part of the job.
Yeah. Star makers
to keep it like active and going, and it's exhausting though.
It is,
to be fair. But I
don't even know how to use Instagram.
It's mad how far behind people are. Like, I'm behind, and I know more than like a couple of like clubs and that. You go and I'm gonna collaborate with you, so let's sort of appear on both our feeds, and they're like, "The fuck's that?" And you're like, "You're the ones trying to make money."
Yeah,
like teach them sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
It's mental.
It is massive how much you rely on it though, like building that following. It's how you do it now, isn't it? Building that following and
it doesn't not for me really, because I just gig. Do you know what I mean? It's just that machine's already in motion for me. So I'm not looking to be famous or rich or anything like that. It's just a job to me. So it's just
I love
like,
it when comics speak with it with such fucking like it's just it might as well be home based.
If I could do it from my sofa.
Work from home comedian.
Because one of my big fears in 5 years' time, it's like going to be the minimum requirement, and then it's like, fuck, I've been gigging, smashing gigs, and now I can't be booked because I haven't got enough followers to sell tickets.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's me. That's my fear.
Well,
then there'll become an underground circuit for the comics who've got nothing, and then we'll be the new alternative scene. Come see all these fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Alternate comedy. Alternate to comedy. That's what it fucking is.
Well, I've got to the end of level boss. I've paid my mortgage off and everything. So
you're sweet then. I've still got another 20 years on mine.
Fucking Deliveroo. Right. Do you know what I mean?
What have I've got 18 years yet. That's why I've still got the fear.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I was quite wise, me. I just kept investing in my house.
You say you're quite wise. You left 10 grand on the table.
I did.
You rented it
in a fucking pocket. I can give you this now.
The thing is, it probably had more than one check.
Probably was going to like raise it, saying, all right, 20 then. And, yeah.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. I was just annoyed that he woke me up. I was still seeing colours.
Yeah, I remember I woke you once to go to a gig and it was like, just wrestle with me, lad, for a bit first while I get my head together, will you?
Yeah.
I went to a gig with Steve and he just slept in the whole way 3 hours.
Oh, I remember that.
To Darlington, all the way there.
Yeah.
And then all the way back.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jolly.
Yeah.
Smashed. Absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
God.
I was just never sober.
Just got out the car and went, cracking playlist that, you know what I'm thinking. I was like, all right, sounds to you.
How long you been going?
How long then?
Then, and then now.
I don't know, that must have been a few years ago now.
I think I've been going about 26 years.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe 27 or something. I don't know. 26. I'd have to look.
So
at
when
the
you
inland
turn up
revenue.
to like the corner of a social club now, are you just like, it's just like completely like whatever?
It is what it is.
Yeah, like fully like just.
Yeah. You've got so many gears after this length of time that nothing phases you.
So you're just like, what? Just yeah.
What gear am I?
Like you're not going like, oh, I don't want to be doing this room, but you're also like, I'm not bothered. Like, you're just in this completely.
I love the performance. I'm what I am is an entertainer. I'm a really good performer, right?
Yeah, you
and
are.
I love performing, and I can outperform anyone. Might not be funnier, or I might not be as as more prolifically, but I'll outperform anybody on the circuit.
That's why I think you're the best person I've seen who might not change his set as much as other people, but performs it like the first. I honestly, every time I watch you, I'm amazed by how well.
Thank you.
You can.
He's trying to have a little fucking.
No, but I mean, though, every time I watch Steve, I'm amazed by how well he can perform his jokes that he's been doing
Just
since I started.
Say likewise.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm inspired by you, Rob.
I've seen it since I started, but it's still every time I watch it, I think that is performed perfectly.
Thank you.
I
I've got
mean,
a new set now though as well.
It'd be nice. Well, you have, yeah.
I have.
You just threw a few pandemic segues in.
I've
said it's a new set.
That's brand new. It's brand new.
Have you got a brand new
Oh,
set?
it's great. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
But like after 26, sometimes if you turn up to say some of these gigs that aren't ideal, and you go like, I don't really want to do this, or you're like, I'm zen about being after 20 quarters.
Yeah.
It's
just that's you're not phased. You get excited about it. I love that when I get introduced and I go on, and that first 2 minutes, how's it going to go? Which gear will I have to use?
But like after, so say you turn up at a Glee and it's all set up perfect. It's like, oh, this is exciting as a buzz or something like that. But then you turn up at a golf club that's got no light and it's got a wireless mic. Yeah. There's no light. You stood next, and you know, like
I've chopped off at the beginning of most jokes. Then just get like the build to the punchline.
Yeah.
I'll just snip that. Like,
right. So you just make it.
Yeah. I won't talk. Don't want to do any talking. I'll just be straight in with bang, 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 bang. Whereas with the comedy clubs where you're allowed to just talk and before, like, I can find that within 10 minutes I've only got halfway through, but by the end of my set I've only got 10 minutes into what normally would have been 20.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you can play within the confines of what you wrote, what you thought was funny.
Yeah.
What you knew was funny is actually funny because you get to use it at that point.
Yeah,
you get to use it. Yeah.
Well, here's my theory on. You know when you get asked to do 30 at some gigs, you're asked to do 30. Now my theory on the 30 thing is, right, at a really good gig, your 20 will take 30.
Yeah.
At a really gig that's not so great,
Yeah.
they only need the 20.
Yeah.
So like you tell me, I think they should allow you as a performer to go, or like at least look at the room and go, I know I'll put you for 30, but these probably need 20 the most, 25 tops if you do. So like, do you know,
trust your judgment to give them what they need.
You know, if I bring out You Can't Fuck a Cat, it's a very different gig.
Right. So is that, because I know Lloyd Griffith has said in the past, the quicker he starts singing, the worse the gigs go.
Yeah.
Like if he starts singing at 4 minutes, it's like, oh, he's
struggling.
If I open with You Can't Fuck a Cat, then it's a bad gig. I already know it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Get them on board straight away.
So what? So if you open with Don't Fuck a Cat, you think you've got 15 to 18 in you or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then I'm bringing in stuff that's been right at the end of my set. That's that's old stuff that like I do gigs in London, but all that fucking stuff. The Blue Whale.
What's going on now?
Oh fuck,
Get them on board. Get them on board.
Yeah. There's a set. There's a 20-minute set of gold shit that works everywhere. If I'm putting that, and if I'm pulling out You Can't Fuck a Cat, that's what's going to follow.
Right. Yeah. You actually got into
like
the mode.
A safety set kind of thing. Yeah.
Safe word. Safe word. I'm getting off
Christmas set. My Christmas set.
I haven't got time for Weight Watchers.
But that's also another thing though with the 30 thing. Another theory I have with it is, right, that's your best 20. So now you're going to be doing another 10 that wasn't good enough to get into the 20.
Yeah.
So then you're... So
is that how you do it? Do you do your best 20 and then just lash 10 on?
No, it depends. You generally get on there and you realise it's not as bad as you might have thought and you can get through the 30.
Yeah.
But you're just thinking, if you're down to do the 20, you might have been able to get the stuff in quicker. Do you know what I mean?
Do you not think you've got 40, which is you'd say is weekend quality right now?
Yeah, you could do 30, 40, whatever. But what I'm saying is whether the gig needs that.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because that's how I try to explain to people now. Is I've been going 13 years. I've probably got 50 minutes of weekend quality material. Yeah. Because you know when people go, "Oh, how did so and so fall off so bad?" Let's just say people go, like, and I don't mean Bishop, I'm not bitching about it, but let's say people might say to you, "Oh, fucking hell, I like Bishop and then he's shit now." And you have to explain to people, well, in 13 years, I've got 50 minutes of absolute gold, which I would trust in any room, blah, 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 blah. That's taken me 13 years. I said, Bishop got famous around 15 years.
And he's burnt his material, he's burnt his hour.
One DVD, gone. Gone.
That's it.
I said, and so 15 years to be that good. And then what do you expect? Like, what do you expect the next year?
Absolutely. But the thing is with that, though, you get good on your toes. I'm good on my toes. So if shit goes down and I have to abandon, I'm now actually quite fucking good on my toes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Just going fuck
Go
this.
into the room, get a bit of energy going.
Come on then.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'll fight the fuck out of these. Fuck it.
I'm from Little Holland.
I like doing.
Do you So you saying you got a new set now?
It's new. Yeah, it's new. It's pretty. I've got like a really good, strong new bits of material that I'm enjoying.
Is there ever a point where you lose the excitement of writing stuff, and it's just because you're saying there you love performance sort of thing? Is there a point where you're like, oh, I'm not on board writing, but I don't have the excitement of writing. I just have the excitement of performance.
Yeah.
And there's ever a bit where you go back on yourself or what? Like
it's my everything that comes from my performance. New jokes come from my performance. New jokes come from winging it. New jokes come from audience participation. New jokes come from somebody suggesting something that tags it, and then it opens up an whole new world to a different
different tangents.
Because I don't write that way. I've got terrible learning difficulties. I've got some ADHD meds, right? And it's really, really good.
That doesn't exist in this podcast.
Does it not?
Well, ADHD does not exist in this dojo.
Well, I don't know. You know, they were quite effective. Like, when I took one. Yeah.
What did it do?
It just fucking settled me down. My missus was like, "Don't like it," because I'm such a knob, really. Because I'm always a bit of a torment and like a bit of a dick. Yeah. Generally, day to day, that's me. I'm just a fucking idiot, right?
That's not good.
That's like taking away your personal.
I've got loads of stuff done. Like, and then I got a bit of a sharp pain on the back of my head though that I didn't like, but then I'm saving it for some projects that are coming up. Yeah.
Use it as and when you feel necessary.
Yeah. Because I couldn't live on it. Because if I lived on it, I was just fucking cavernous emptiness. You're just like,
wouldn't be you anymore if you lived on it.
No, it wasn't.
A part of me wouldn't trust what I was creating if I was taking that.
You think so? I've not got the wherewithal to sit down.
And yourself.
I struggle finishing projects.
Yeah, because really,
I'm the same. Yeah.
Really struggle.
What?
I struggle finishing projects. I've got great ideas all the time, but then completing them, I just fucking.
Yeah, but that's part of the process, isn't it? So when it finally gets made, it's that took years. That.
Yeah.
Some little cunt knocking out in a month. You're thinking, whatever it is, I hope it's shit.
Yeah. Because he's got like.
And then when it's great, you're like, fuck off.
And they're like fucking smashing it out.
No. What do you like for concentrating and finishing projects?
Fine.
You're not
boring,
blessed
but
with
fine.
the ADHD brain.
No, I have. Do you know what I've noticed more recently is that I get really like. Do you know when you have like a thought in them? You know, like when like you're going to sleep and you think of a bit or a joke and you go, "Fuck, I need to write that down."
Do you write it down?
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah,
I write it down constantly.
Right.
Half the time doesn't make any sense. Like I remember I checked my phone once and I just had in my notes the word tennis.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about or anything. But
I've done stuff like that.
You need the voice note, I think.
Well, I write it in a note, like proper old school. Like I have a notebook and I write in my notebook. But I get like dead like hyper focused. Like I'll just sit up in bed instead of just going, "Oh right, that's good." And then I'll go, "Okay, I need to write 15 minutes around this."
Yeah.
And it's a load of shite, but I won't be able to sleep until I've got it out.
That's great.
And then I need to go to sleep.
Wait till you have kids and you got to try
long
and do
form. Do you write in long form?
No, but I write in what I
subheadings and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't do that. One of my friends used to write for the Bill, right?
Yeah.
And he woke up in the night and wrote down the best episode ever. He's like, they're just doing the best episode of the Bill ever. It was like, oh my fucking God. And he was doing the dishes downstairs and something broke his dream and he went, fucking he went upstairs and checked his pad and it just said, woman commits murder, but it's not really her. That was it. That was it. So you got to be careful.
I never write anything long form ever.
I do when I do it.
I can't.
I have to because my memory's shocking.
Mine's short, and if I think I've got a good, so like if it's a premise, it's just all bullet. But if I think I've got a good joke, I might just write down the joke. So like, my latest one is just,
sorry, it was just the creak on that. It's been doing me. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I'll bring some WD-40. Reminding me of that.
So like my latest one's about like taking my lad to footy sort of thing, and it's like you just think you're thinking over. God, that's funny that, and then now and again I might go, that lad, I need to have that in.
Yeah.
So like the latest one is just screaming at him. You're not Spider-Man, you're Steven Gerrard. It's like I've got to find a way of screaming that into him sort of thing. I'm just trying to explain how like it's because we got given a teddy bear by nursery.
Right.
And it's like I've done it a couple of times and it's got loads of legs, but it's like it's just trying to explain the anxiety and the politics of having this teddy bear and making sure it has a good time.
I know what you mean.
For the weekend of like,
yeah, I've done it.
Like you get the notebook and you got to take photos and it's like, and we got given we were the first notebook as well, the first people in it.
Right.
Oh, so I'm trying to explain how like I would like sign on a charity form, and you got to guess how much to put in without looking at, because if you put in too low, everyone makes you look a cunt afterwards. And if you put in too high, everyone thinks you're a cunt because everyone's got to follow suit.
There's no way out, is there?
Yeah. So like I was trying to explain all that sort of thing. So I'm trying to put it in this teddy bear, but I'm trying to. It's the bit where I'm like at the forced weekend, and that's the bit that I can't really sort of get down yet. Trying to like or speak out on stage or the thing. The way you like, right, your weekend's over now because you're forced to have fun for this teddy bear.
Right, I see. Yeah,
and then I've got all the other bits like how my bird like goes too far and I think she's a fucking scab because she's ruining it for everyone sort of thing. Like basically like we went to a farm and I'm screaming at her, but if we go to a farm, the next people got to go to a zoo.
Yeah.
Like when does it fucking end? Look?
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing. Like, and you don't care because you don't drop them off.
Yeah.
I've got to look these people in the eye.
Eventually, a family goes missing in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Because of this fucking teddy bear.
They get hit by cannibals.
Bear's heads on a stick.
That's what I'm trying to explain. Because I'm trying to explain how false it all is. How it's all just fake. Like I took him to footy. And I like take a picture and made it look like we're having a good time at footy. And the reality was, I'm just passing on generational trauma from one dad to my dad to me. I'm just screaming at a 2-year-old, get the ball out your fucking hands. Yeah. Get the cone off your fucking head. You're not Spider-Man. You're Steven Gerrard.
That's the way to do it. I think the way to do it with that is to do dead normal stuff.
Yeah.
Have him sat the dinner table and sat on the washing machine.
Well, I was trying to say, let's be honest. I'll get it on a Saturday. I'll drink too much whiskey and let's go to Teddy Bear's first line.
Yeah, give him his first whiskey shot. Yeah. Here he is, being sick in the toilet. Yeah.
Here's me wanking with him.
Helping me out.
Shut the whole fucking thing down.
Look at me! Don't look at me! Look at me! Don't look at me!
Due to unforeseen circumstances, the teddy bear will no longer be appearing in year one anymore.
God.
Fucking hell.
Trust you.
I really struggle. You know when like you have like a concept and you go, that's really funny, but how do I make that into? Do you like, because you know when like you have like a joke, like I find it easier if a line comes to me like a joke, and then I'll go, okay, I'll develop a bit around that. Whereas when I have a concept, I find it harder to find the jokes within it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like
it takes 6 months, no matter what. It's
Yeah.
Like a really, you got a good bit,
Yeah.
but you go, I just can't.
I've got.
So how long would this Stiaris classic take then?
Yeah.
My favourite bit of yours, the Weight Watchers bit, I think it's one of the best bits of stand-up.
It's a true story. So the thing is now, for me to be...
Because even just down to everything, like, even down to like there's bits of yours which are, so it's a morning fart, I trust that implicitly.
Yeah.
That just comes to you, or did you work on that?
I forgot about that. It's gone that forever now.
That line, I trust it implicitly. It's stuck with me.
Implicitly.
Stuck with me
Is that to do with the...
when you shit yourself in Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, yeah. I nearly
but
died.
then my favourite bit of yours is the Weight Watchers bit, and she's like, I don't want you going to Weight Watchers.
It's true
story. She want to bond over, so like, But how long does it take you to get to that? That's like fucking one. Like, what are the stages of that joke? Because anyone, I'm sure it's online. Google Stay doing it because I want now. You should like
arguing with the wife.
The end the ending is you shagging a mic stand.
Yeah.
But that doesn't come first, does it?
No.
That all gets added on.
No.
Like, what are you going to bond? Oh,
that came from riffing
red
it.
wine gravy.
So that would sit with me for ages before I even talked about it, because it made me laugh that she said, "I don't want you bonding with other women over a mutual interest." And
is that literally what she said?
Yeah, that's what she said, literally, Natalie.
Right, I thought you'd made that word, so we all got onto straight away. What the
no,
was.
It's a real conversation I had with Natalie, and she went, "I don't want you bonding with other women over a mutual interest." I thought, what the fuck's she going to
so funny,
what the fuck's she going to get up to at Weight Watchers? Did you like sausage casserole, you dirty cow? You know, like,
how many sins in this?
What a lamb shanks and red wine gravy?
It was 4 hours on Gas Mart 3, you dirty bitch. But it's so old now. I'm embarrassed doing it.
No, but like, as that to me, that was I love it.
Smash his room still.
How's it go?
Yeah.
How does that? How do you develop that?
It takes ages. It takes months and months and months, and then I'll think, and I know it's going well, and then I'll think about it, and I'll try it again. Like, I've got this thing where now I have this dream sequence now, which is a true story. I was coming down when I was drying out on alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing literally a litre bottle of vodka a day. Bottle of vodka. I was tripping.
Yeah, when I picked you up, you'd done 2 litres.
Easy. And so when I was drying out, when I finally got out of rehab, I had to go in rehab, which was dead good. They gave me drugs in rehab. It was fucking amazing. They gave me drugs in rehab. I was like, this is fucking ace. I was like, what the fuck's this shit? And so I dried out, and then but I was still had alcohol in my system, and my sister gave me a metazapine, which is this sleep, because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep for 4 days. It was just awful. Wide awake for 4 days. It was the most awful thing. And then she gave me a metazapine, which is like an antidepressant thing, but it also helps you sleep, right? But what it didn't realize was that what my body was going through, and my body wasn't ready for sleep yet at all, right? But this was a powerful drug which shut me down, right? Took the drug, fell asleep, ended up in fucking the Amazon in Brazil. Ended up in the Amazon in Brazil, in the rainforest. Appeared out of nowhere, panicking because I didn't have my passport, and being chased by a dinosaur, and it was the most. But this is expanded now into this really beautiful fucking routine, which is amazing.
Yeah,
and just little things like something I picked, because I ended up getting into a fight with it.
Yeah,
and I ended up like, and it bites my arm off, but because it's a dream, it just grew it back. So I just punched the cunt right in the head, and then had a big fight with it, and I ended up killing it. And I'm like, right, you're extinct now, motherfucker. But I don't. But then it goes on again. It's a big routine which has expanded. Really nice. I'm really proud of it. I'm dead pleased with it. And it's smashing rooms now, this thing as well. It's a weird as fuck concept.
Yeah.
It's really weird. And
but if you can word it right.
Yeah.
That's the skill you've got, the wording, because that even though Natalie said that is the perfect way of saying, I don't want you bonding with other women over a mutual interest, because it doesn't just takes Weight Watchers out of it. Yeah. And it's just every argument.
And I did say
every argument anyone's ever had.
I said you should come with me.
Yeah.
She was like, you fucking what? I was like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that, you know.
But it's just that's every argument you've ever had.
Yeah.
Like with your bird, I don't want you going that. And it's like normally your bird can't word why.
Yeah.
It's like it's the mutual interest that's so like because you'll have something with that other woman that we haven't got. And
that's
it's like,
right. Yeah.
And it's like that. Just that there just explains all.
She got really angry. Do you remember this bit as well, which I've not stopped using for ages? It's a really good joke, and because she got so angry with me, she called me a cunt. She said I'm a rotten. This is what she said to me when she's angry. She was crying, and she said I was a rotten cunt that needs to be murdered. That's what she said to me, right? Like, really angrily. Like she said, you're a rotten cunt. You need to be murdered. Like that, right? And I said, I was on my birthday. Like, it was on the card, and I totally forgot about it. Like I watched the routine on the hot water site. I was like, that's fucking great. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
That's my favourite. Like,
what did you do to receive that insult?
Oh, when she was going on at me, when she was, I went, I did that, and she lost her shit. Like, fucking, I was like, she was gonna kill, like, fucking. I did that with the noise and everything. You're a fucking, you need to be murdered. Like, wow, wow.
How long are you married for?
9 years.
Together for
9 years.
You know Steve moves quick, Simon. Come on. He's always been a fast mover.
Yeah.
That is such a funny response. I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
I like that one. No, you're a rotten cunt. You need to be murdered.
Yeah. Even I was shocked. Like, and she ran off upstairs crying, and I was reeling from it.
Look what you made me say.
Yeah. And I went upstairs.
You asked for that.
I went to apologise. And I said, I went up and she was like, and I thought, oh, fucking, I said, I'm really sorry. And she went, okay. And I went, I'm a rotten cunt that needs to be murdered. Like that. And she went, what? She forgot she'd said it. It's like
It's all in rage. All in rage.
Again, women, man, just don't understand consequences. Just don't.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Yeah, never understand consequences.
You just don't. You don't understand the impact of things. Men take things so to heart.
Yeah, men are really good at thinking things through and thinking long term, aren't they?
No, but we take things to heart a lot, and you just don't like.
We have to build ships.
The closest thing I've got to this is Saturday. I had a little meltdown because I woke up and she gave me a packed lunch for the child, and I was like, "Can I not be trusted to feed him? Am I not trusted to be able to feed my own child?"
You weren't going anywhere.
No, yeah, we were. I was
like
taking
a day out of the zoo.
So I was taking him to footy, and then she was like, and then we hadn't decided what we were doing next. So I might go to pictures. I might do something with them. Okay. And she went, just in case you go to the park, here's a packed lunch. It's like, no, you're telling me now I've got to go to the park.
Was that definitely
you're
for
not
him?
trusted.
Don't buy my Mackies. That's basically what it was.
Wow.
You take him to the park and don't buy my Mackies. Here's a pack
because it's the easy way.
God forbid a mother packs a lunch for it.
I'm a fool. I'm allowed a choice. I'm a man. I'm an adult. I can choose what to feed me.
Also, Mackies are quite healthy now.
What would you have fed
They're
him?
healthy Mackies.
What would you have fed him?
We'd have probably gone to Nando's.
Yeah,
it's fine.
but then you would have spent money when that lunch was free.
Nando's is expensive anyway.
What?
Nando's is way expensive.
I know, but you get to sit down and then all the mums see you on the date with your son.
And as we've proven, that's a bit fit. That's a bit fit.
That's what it is.
Oh.
I went to Gusto the other week. You should have seen them. Oh, they were falling over me. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went somewhere as bougie
in the
Gusto
way.
just for the lunch. He's not even eating. He's lying down. Him and his lad are just play fighting. They haven't ordered anything.
Oh yeah. Little fifth fella having dinner with his daughter.
If you saw Rob in the Nando's with his little one, would you be swooning?
Well, depends what spice you have on your chicken.
Oh, I'm a medium, but I got a garlic sauce to heat it up.
Nah,
no.
Fucked it there.
Why would you checking flags for Ix, are you? Yeah,
of course I am.
Hot only?
Hot only.
Can't handle it.
I mean, I can't. I'm a massive hypocrite. I get medium, but that's what the point is. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be able to handle the spice.
I can handle it. If I get wings, I get hot. But for a whole chicken,
buffalo,
you want to be able to taste it. No, like
you want the whole chicken?
Well, I get half a chicken, rice and chips.
I've got a hot chicken ready for me when I get in. In the air fryer.
Let's end this pod.
In the air
fryer. And a name for Mandy.
A massive game changer. Game changer. Have you got an air fryer?
Well, I've got an air fryer.
I had one years ago before they become popular and I threw it away.
I've got a Ninja air fryer and I must eat 3 chickens a week. Like, fucking insane.
Well, you're watching your diet now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Your band must have broken.
Yeah. So I kind of
Can't have 3 chickens a week with your band on.
You what? No, I can. You can, yeah. You can graze. You can graze yourself to obesity, can't you?
We had that conversation in the green room.
Another perfect line.
Yeah.
Salzman Simon's song.
Graze yourself to obesity.
It's great because
we're going to play it out. We're going to finish that. I've got Simon's song.
That song is between me and the paper.
I was watching you through the window. You didn't know I was there.
You told me you were on the pill.
That song is. I wrote that when I was 20.
20? At least you've got a time period now.
We're getting more details.
11 years ago. What year is that? 2012?
Was it about the Olympics?
No. No. No, it wasn't.
What was her name? What did she do to you?
It wasn't. It was nothing like that.
I'm trying to
Was it about something you liked?
No, it's just about. It was a story about. It would be over, say, a story of about a 40-minute period, and that's all. For episode 90.
A 40-minute period.
It sounds good.
It sounds like War of the Worlds.
It's a good song.
No, I think not the song lasts 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He's written a song solely about a 40-minute period in his day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Like a Dido song sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, oh, yeah.
I
Very
was
good.
cafe. Yeah.
Get out of bed.
Similar.
It's a really good idea.
I saw her on
the London Olympics are on their TV, but I can't run at all.
I saw her on the bus. Stop it though. Yeah. She had blonde hair and blue jeans and Was it proper indie? She was smoking a rollie outside the offie.
We went to Splash World.
I only wanted to watch the javelin, and now I'm javelin earring. Something like that.
Oh. I don't know what could be exciting 40 minutes in your day, mate.
Yeah, what was it? Was it a 40-minute journey?
It was the post-wank sort of melancholy.
Oh, yeah, personal clarity. Did you have personal clarity for 40 minutes?
She's had personal clarity for the past 8 years. Right, come on.
I'd love to live in that. Go on.
Let's call it.
Yeah, come on.
Kay, where are we finding you?
Kay Nicholson Comedy on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah.
Anything to promote?
Just myself. That's it, really.
Stephen? What, this weekend?
Ooh.
This is out.
Oh, is it?
About 2 weeks.
Oh, right. Anyway,
have a good time, though.
Just Google it. I'm literally every weekend.
What's your social media?
Social media is at Funny Steve Harris, and that's it.
You gonna post anything on it?
I do post pictures of me in the gym sometimes.
You're a comedy club.
Yeah. Just like gains and that.
Ah, nice, excellent. Well, if you want to see that,
that's a bit fit, isn't it?
Want to see a 53-year-old man finally
I've got the abs now. I've got 4 abs.
See them swans again there.
What?
See them swans. Getting Rick Carbon at you. Look at them.
And
the left. And the left.
As well. No,
Can you move them? Can you move your pecs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, of course can,
Turn that camera off right now.
I've got 4 abs and I can't get the last 2 out because that's where the fat belly is, the skin is. And I'm working my fucking ass off, and I get out of the bath. I put a mirror right next to the bath when I get out, so I can have a quick look when I do that. And I go it's like, Laura, it's like, fuck's sake, yeah, great, well done. And I could just see that they're all there, but just them last 2. I can't get that 6-pack. It's fucking 4.
Go get it sucked off.
Oh, if you want.
He told us about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
That's all. That's finished. That's Simon. He's a new man. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then
I've got a Twitch then, though.
Funny man Steve Harris.
Yeah, Funny Steve Harris.
Funny Steve Harris. You're not going to see any comedy-wise, but Google him. Try and find him.
Just put in Steve Harris comedian on Google him. Have a look at my routines on Hot Water. It's amazing.
Yeah. Google his old band. What was your old band called?
First Offence. Just Try Me. Have a look at that on YouTube.
You can tell what's next side. Look how close he's getting. I'm not. He's like that.
Press it, Wazzy. Just press it. Do it.
Sign up to the Patreon. Or if you want to do cash it on Patreons, message me on Instagram.